everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Where'd Cathy go? Chris, what'd you do with her?
She got distracted with the other computer.
I'm like, where'd she go? All right, guys. I thank you all for being here. I am going to go ahead. I see Niche just joined, and I promised people early this morning at 8:30 when I went live, Marpow, Farm Girl Picker, and Tabitha. I'm going to do double dolphins right now because we have new members, and I had a super chat this morning, and then I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves, and I am echoing. Sorry, guys. I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves, and then we will get Thrift and Grandma's question. So, dolphins first.
Super chat.
Wait, it's a double.
Welcome to the flipping family.
I don't get to play that one enough while I'm live, I feel like. Nobody ever gets to hear that one.
I like
So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it this morning, and Niche for now. And I am going to put this question up. Well, I'll grab it again. I'm going to let Dagny go first and introduce herself. She is Flying Pig Thrifts. She is sideways. It's okay. She is always in the chat with us, and she is a good friend of mine. So I'm going to make Dagny big, and then we'll let Cathy and Chris at Ginger Marvin introduce themselves, and Julian will say one sentence like he always does. So here's Dagny. Dagny, are you frozen?
It kind of broke up, so I'm hoping you want me to introduce myself.
Oh, there you are. You're
Hello,
back.
I'm Dagny. I might need to move closer to my router, but I am Dagny from Thrift. I sell on eBay, and you might know me from the Lady and some of the. And I'm looking for her as well.
And I put Dagny's Instagram in. She might dabble in YouTube soon, we hope. But right now she's just on Instagram, so her Instagram link is down in the description. Here is Cathy and Chris.
Hey guys, I'm Chris. This is Cathy. We go by Ginger Marvin, and yeah, we're just full-time resellers and I guess full-time YouTubers. I don't know, is that part-time or whatever? But
I think YouTube's always full-time.
it is. It's a big job.
Yeah.
It's always there, you know. Okay. Oh, guys. Okay. All right. I'm going to let Julian say his one sentence because that's what he does. Here's Julian. Just say a sentence.
I say a lot of sentences. I just speak very quickly. It seems like one sentence. I do appreciate everybody for being there. The guests, thank you for showing up. Everybody in the chat, thank you. And as always, thank you, Kat, for letting me on. I am named Julian, also as the Beard Thrift Machine. I also have a YouTube channel. Full-time reseller for like going on 2 years now. And I like dinosaurs.
He's got his cool stuff there. So, Thrifted Grana had a question before we even started, so I'm going to get her question first. She wants to know, when you first start, if you're just selling stuff from around your house, do you think you need to make a store?
I started a store. I had the starter store, and I was using stuff around my house. And then I just recently went up to the first level where you have 1,000 free listings. You do 250 free listings a month. I like it. I would say yes.
What about you?
I'd probably say you don't need it, but I'd probably just at least get the like $5 store just to like have a few of the benefits.
Yeah, if you're planning on turning it into a reselling business, it's probably not a horrible idea to get used to the store and promotions and sales and stuff like that. So, but I don't think it's needed.
We started eBay with just not a store for like probably a few months. So
Yeah, I did the same thing when I was just selling stuff around the house that I didn't have a store, and it worked out fairly well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have the $5 or $7 one, but I don't think you get the coupon until you get the $20 store, right? Like the second one. So I don't know that there's many benefits to the first level store. So I would say probably you don't have to until you get, I would say maybe if you get like 100 listings or so, then I would think about getting one. Or if you're wanting to run sales to promote your stuff, you can promote without a store, but you can't run sales without a store.
And I don't think you can go on vacation mode or like time away or anything without a store. So
Okay, that's another good point.
I would definitely get a store then.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
The boss is hopefully sleeping on the couch. He was actually so zoned out when I walked out, he didn't notice, which is a good thing. He is very tired. Today's been an eating day. I don't know if you know, with kids, he either eats or he doesn't eat. And today he has eaten like everything we put in front of him. So now he's really, really tired. Very, very, very tired. I think the echo is gone. I see Richard saying echo. Sandra is saying hello to Dagny. Look, Jimmy likes Chris's shirt.
We both have.
And if you guys have questions, that's funny.
I actually spilled on my other shirt at dinner, so I just threw this video on.
So the beginning of I don't know if I said it in the chat or not, but I spilled a whole cup of Sprite on myself, and I was soaked the whole show last week. And I was like, oh, like it was not, my whole keyboard got sticky, my desk got sticky, and it was like 30 seconds before we went live. It was not very fun. Hello, Miss Dana. Thank you for coming in. Dana was helping me out this morning, dropping links on my random 8:30 in the morning live, because that was the only time that I had. Look what Paul says, Julian. Paul says you talk more despite me.
You talk a little
just because I said you don't. Julian talks very, very fast. And I've like, since the first time we talked, I'm like, dude, slow down. Like, slow down. And that's just how he talks. So
That's how I talk.
it's just how he talks. Hello, Ashley. So Ashley's over on Facebook. So hi to all of our Facebook people. Look, Brett says you're his favorite channel, Julian. Thanks, Brett.
Thank you.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, look, this is information if you live in our area. I probably should not be sharing, but this is my favorite thrift store, and they are having 50% off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I happen to be driving down the interstate right past them on Friday to pick up stuff that I'm bidding on right now. But I will probably not have room. I have not gotten any messages on the comments. So on YouTube, the initial comments go in, but if you reply to a comment of a comment, sometimes it doesn't notify us. And so I have not seen them. Cross House Sift and Thrift wants to know, how do we store our inventory and how do we track it?
I work from my home. I store mine in a bed and in a spare room I use. And it's a lot of, well, that's over here. Where did I put it? So that's how I keep track of my inventory.
Well, for us,
your boxes all behind you.
Yeah, you can see all these boxes. We keep our inventory in the boxes.
Yes.
And we have a Google spreadsheet that we just search an item and it tells us what box it's in.
I do.
So do you guys use the custom SKU to put it in, or you just have it in your spreadsheet?
We just do it in the spreadsheet.
Type in A or whatever.
Yeah, where we keep track of all of our cost of goods. It's just one more slot in the sheet.
I use a custom SKU on eBay, little thing, boop, and then I have it on certain shelving things. And all my golf clubs are housed in the garage, and they're a train wreck. I mean, they're custom SKU, but they're not in any type of order. So that's my downfall right now. Takes me a while.
Most of mine, Dagny, you're spinning. Go to the router. Go to the light. I use custom SKUs. So mine, Leroy, I see your super chat up there. I see it.
You did too.
What? I haven't got there yet. I'm
2 $5 super chat.
behind. I'm only 5 minutes behind right now, though. I'm not like super behind. So I have two inventory sheds plus the shed I'm in right now, which is mostly unlisted inventory. And like my first area is all like A1, A2, A3, A4, and I use the custom SKU. I have no spreadsheets. So if I forget to put in a custom SKU, it's like a scavenger hunt for an item. And then my second shed has double letters. So it's like AA, BB. And then in here, I haven't made letter system because I'm trying not to store stuff in here. So it's not the best, but it is. Yeah, I can find most of it. Michelle is saying that you can use time away without a store, guys.
I didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
That is interesting. Why can I? Oh, Leroy, I see one. Oh, I see two. Leroy needs double dolphins because he gave double super chats.
Super chat.
Leroy, I don't double, but I'm going to give you double dolphins anyway.
Super chat.
Okay, I saw another question. I have to find it now. Where did it go? Oh, I have to stop talking so loud. So Violet is over on Facebook, and she wants to know, have any of us had an upset buyer that was unhappy the package wasn't delivered on the estimated date and filed for lost package full refund, and what would you do?
I haven't experienced that.
I think we had one. They didn't file like for a lost package or a refund, but she was like, it said it was going to get here this day, and I bought them for Easter. She literally bought them like 2 days before Easter. I don't even know why eBay would have said it would get there that fast, but anyways, yeah, it didn't get there. So she didn't like leave a bad review or anything or ask for a refund, but she made sure to message and say she was not happy that it didn't get there in the 2 days. So.
I think I just had one recently. The guy was saying, was it there? Blah, blah, blah. I actually ended up having to refund him, and I did my own lost package thing because it was past a certain amount of days on priority. And that one actually is going to be something happened to the scan on this. I don't know where this package is. But I usually, if they message me, I usually can get a couple more days out of them because I'll file a lost package or a missing package claim with USPS that usually I can get at least 2 more days. And that actually like get kickstarts it or something because it usually will be delivered within those next 2 to 3 days. And but not this one. This one's gone. I don't know where this one is. So he got a full refund, and I'm doing it through USPS.
So I have had that happen quite a bit, and I think it's because like we ship out about 100 a week, and people want it on that exact day, even if they can see tracking that it moved and it's the next town over and it'll be there tomorrow. They still file that claim. And what I do is I just make sure you upload the tracking number. It makes no sense. eBay already knows it, but they make you re-upload it. So make sure you re-upload it immediately. And as long as eBay sees it moving, they will not force a refund. And I just tell them that it's on the way and that I can't control it after it leaves my hands. I wish I could make the USPS behave. However, I do not have that ability. And I have that happen probably like 2 times a month. And most of them don't leave bad feedback because I'm like, hey, I shipped it out the day after you ordered it. That's the best I can do. And the tracking shows it is here, you know. But make sure you update that tracking number because eBay, for whatever reason, doesn't link it. And if you don't type it in yourself or copy and paste, they're going to think you did not ship it. Christine is on Facebook and says Dagny is her favorite to watch on YouTube. That she wants to fly from Washington to the East Coast to go shopping with Dagny.
Thank you.
I am going to shop with Dagny in September. From Southeast Coast to Northeast Coast. I'm going to drive and go see Dagny and go shopping. That will be fun in September. Let's see. Miss Jackie wants to know, do you promote on Facebook Marketplace? I don't know if you guys are selling on Facebook Marketplace, but if you do you promote?
I've tried selling on Facebook Marketplace and got not very successful, so I don't usually do that. I kind of like promote through Instagram.
But just self-promote, not like paid promote, right?
Yeah. what I have, what
Okay.
I got, it's coming up. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, is the like promote like as in you push the button that's like
That's
we'll
paid promotion.
you,
Yeah.
like, pay $1
I
and
feel
put it.
like that's what they mean is do we pay
Okay.
to promote
I've
our
never
listings
done
on
that. No, I do push the renew button every week, but that's about it.
I don't know.
And I don't either. I do promote on eBay, but I don't get enough Facebook sales to feel like it's justified. I think with Facebook, you have to pay like before the stuff sells.
Yeah.
It's not
On
like eBay.
Yeah, I like eBay because you only pay it if it sells.
Yeah, right. If it sells. Southern Mom, thank you so much. She said she loved the live show. I might start doing that like once a month or once every other month. I don't want to commit because I've been wanting to do that for like 2 months. And this morning is the first chance I actually had time to do it. So, hello, Patty. Goodbye, Patty.
No.
Paul, I cannot imagine playing Julian's videos at 1.5 times speed. I
It was only a
cannot keep
6-minute
up with
video.
him and 1 time speed.
Do it while you're eating breakfast or something. 6 minutes.
Let's see. Hello, Mike. Thank you for coming in. Cathy, you are very welcome. I'm trying to see. Share away. Yeah, guys, if you are in Florida, Bargains and Blessings, which again is one of my favorite thrift stores to go to, is doing 50% off on, I think she said Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Look at there. Look at there. Melissa edited the shoes I pointed out and told her to fix, and they sold an hour later. That is amazing. That's what I like to hear.
What'd you tell her to fix about them?
They were really dark, so you could barely see them from shadows. I have dark pictures. I use the background remover. I use Bazaar and remove it and put a white background, and it makes them look lighter, even though I haven't changed my lighting and I don't edit the brightness. And that's what I told her. And they were pretty dark. So yeah, Renee, be safe. I will tell you guys, lightning hit my house twice this afternoon.
Wow.
It got my TV. It got my DirecTV receiver. Luckily, it didn't hurt any of us that were in it because it hit the house twice, and it didn't hit anything in the shed, and we have one small limb down. But you want to talk about scary? You think it's loud when it's a little bit away? It hit the house.
Wow.
It was not fun. Mick has a question for Cathy and Chris. Do you guys only sell small items?
Like, what do you mean by small?
Well,
I mean,
because
I
we've talked about the
assume
boxes. I'm assuming it's because these boxes are just regular boxes.
for the most part, yeah. We have a closet over here where we keep like big bulky coats. We have a couple vacuums that we're gonna try to sell, but those are in our actual living room right now. So for the most part, we sell mostly shoes. You can see like the bigger boots up top, but the shoes do fit in. Like you can fit about 10 pairs of adult shoes in these banker boxes. So
Are those like the double banker boxes, or are they the single ones?
They're just a
they're the
single.
but
So like one way it's a
maybe
normal.
not like men's shoes, but like I can fit 10 pairs of women's shoes easily in these boxes. So.
It looks so nice.
Yeah.
And organized.
It's very pretty.
No, I was like, oh. One day.
Southern Mom says, I have a question. If I'm getting a lot of views on my items but no watchers, do you think that indicates prices are too high?
Not necessarily.
No. You could send offers, see if anyone wants it. But I don't know. I don't think so.
I feel like most of my
Julian?
items sell without watchers. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I get a lot of golf clubs that get a ton of views, but they don't get any watchers because they're not looking for that like specific one, and then it'll sell like the next day. It might have, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say it's a price thing. I would say it's like a specific item thing.
Yeah. And I don't really pay attention to watchers, except for when I send offers, because I'm OCD about sending all the offers I have available. I would say that I would I would check your comps because one of the store reviews I did this morning was priced quite a bit higher than other comps. And I normally don't check pricing when I do store reviews because there's so much different stuff. But I was like, well, this feels like it's high. And I went and comped, and like a mug would be $10 and they had it priced $20. So go back and check some of your items, and maybe the market's changed, just, you know, just to be safe is what I would do. Okay. Karen Kent wants to know what's everybody using for label printers.
I use a Rollo printer and I love it.
We have a Dymo and I don't love it. It jams all the time. And I don't know. It just very often we have to turn it off, turn it back on, unplug it, plug it back in. It's just annoying to me.
I have a Dymo.
Better than a regular printer though.
You have a Dymo and what, Julian?
I have a Dymo that you gave me because I was too cheap to buy one. And you're like, this is ridiculous. You've been doing this for 1.5 years and you still tape your stuff on. I was like, yeah, I know. What's wrong with that?
I got tired of seeing his stack of 20 packages taped on. I was like, okay. I use a Dymo and I don't have any of those problems. I've been using Dymo for 3 years and I haven't had any issues with it at all. Are you guys using like Dymo branded labels?
No.
So that's when I had issues. I bought cheap labels one time, and that is the only time I ever had trouble with the Dymo. So I'm not using Dymo labels, but I went to like a mid-grade, like a little more expensive than the cheap one, and I have no issues at all. None.
Yeah, ours just it kind of stops responding, and then we just have to unplug it and plug it back in. So I don't know if it's
Label.
it might be the computer. I don't know. You know.
Yeah, I feel like I had an old one and it was doing it, and then I got a new one and it's not ever done it. So I don't know. And both of them were used that I got too.
This one actually, shortly after we got it, one of the labels printed and it like caught and it like stuck inside. It was kind of weird, but like I had to take it all apart and get all the residue out and stuff. But
I wonder if that did something to it, maybe.
Yeah. But if we
I don't know.
get a new one, we'll probably get a Rollo.
I love it.
Yeah, the only reason I got Dymo for me and Julian, both the same reason, is because I found them cheap on Facebook Marketplace.
Nice.
Like I didn't see any used Rollos for cheap, so
probably
that's the only reason.
I'm just kidding.
Mark, OG, and Z, where is your YouTube video you've been promising for the bet? I am not the best breakable reseller. I'm probably one of, like, my handling of glass. If you guys watch my videos, I clank and I don't wrap stuff and I throw it in my trunk in piles. I'm not going to do that with what I'm bidding on today. By the way, it is way too expensive to throw in piles. I will wrap it. So let me give Mark his dolphin. Thank you so much, Mark.
Super chat.
Well, did I freeze? Flying Lady wants to know, do any of us participate in the eBay online seminars like the one advertised for early August?
I did just sign up for the one today, but otherwise I've never done one.
Never done one.
I've never done one. I don't have time to do one. That's why I don't do one. I really never. That's a lie. I wouldn't do one if I had time. I have no. I have no.
Like I might, I'll probably just let it play while I work those days.
Yeah.
But are you like you just watch? You don't like participate?
It sounds like it's like a virtual eBay opening thing.
Oh, okay.
Just like watch some seminars, which I don't think you have to pay complete attention.
What? Look at this, guys.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shipping is free for 4th of July on Facebook Marketplace.
I don't know if any of mine.
They did that a month ago, and they gave us each 20 free labels.
I got 40 a month ago, and I used every single one of them.
I did too. Yeah, I used every single free label they gave me. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I haven't said it yet, but I am bidding on auctions, so I'm very distracted right now. I'm going to end up like not paying enough and paying too much, and you'll see a video and all. Look, okay. This is Tesla Picker. Richard has this link ready, guys. We have 221 people watching. Dave is one of my best friends in the reselling community and on YouTube. I met him in person in Cincinnati. He is going to help me load my auction buys in St. Pete because he is here on vacation in Florida, and he's going to come help me load the truck Friday. But I'm mentioning this. This is his new channel. Everything TP is a new channel Dave started. His main Tesla Picker channel, he's only like 200 away from 10,000 subscribers. I do not ask this very often, but if you guys can help Dave get to 10K, that would be amazing. Dave is a great guy. He's very funny, and his sound effects are on point.
We love his videos.
They're on point. That sucks. LaDonna says she had several packages misscanned by the carrier as the person moved, no forwarding address, triggering automatic refunds. So I will tell you guys, and I don't know what is going to happen with this. My $250 steamer trunk got almost to the destination, and FedEx turned it around.
Oh.
What?
It is on its way back to me. It is close to me. I don't know where it is. The buyer wrote me and said, hey, what's going on? So that might be a really bad situation for me. And it sucks because I already sold the other one, packaged it the same way. It was delivered fast in 3 days. So I have no clue why this one made it almost to the buyer and then got turned around. So not too thrilled with that. Not too happy. Let me see. Sorry. Bidding has closed. I'm missing auctions. Oh, that's probably better for my wallet. Better for my... Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, let me see what's going on. Let me see. Whoa, and then the chat jumps on me. Let's see. Yes, the storms in Florida, they're like every afternoon it's bad, but today was like the lightning was just insane. That was like the worst thing. That was like the absolute worst thing. Yay! I helped Niche find some stuff. She commented on my Instagram and said $400 later in 4 auctions. Making people act like me, which is, I don't know if that's good or not. Hopefully it's good. Melissa wants to know if it's something is oversaturated, another seller may be looking. Hold on, I can't read this. Julian, help me.
If it is something oversaturated, it may be another seller looking at your listing to comp for theirs.
Oh, like the watchers?
Mm-hmm. Or the views. I had a person buy a vest from me and didn't mean to. They were actually looking at mine because they were selling the same one. And they were like,
I did that once.
Yeah, they were like, I didn't mean to buy this. I'm selling a medium. You have a large. And I was like, all right, well, I'll give you a discount.
At least they told you, right?
Yeah, they were straightforward about it. So I can't.
But you're going to get a non-payment strike on your account.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to lose this one.
Yeah.
Should have hit the right button. Could be. I don't know.
Bridget wants to know if she can sell live plants on eBay. I did used to sell them. I sold quite a bit. That's actually the first thing I ever sold on eBay back in 1999. Give away my age there. You have to have a nursery license, at least a broker's license. If you're buying the plants from someone else and reselling them, you still have to have a plant nursery license legally to sell them. And it can get difficult with some different plants because some plants are illegal in some states that aren't in others. So you would kind of need to do a little bit of research. That's one of the reasons I got out of it. And some of them you have to have like a nematode certification and a snail certificate. If you want to sell plants legally, it is a lot of paperwork. I would say I wouldn't do it unless like it wasn't enough money for me to do it, because it was very like every state had all these different regulations. If you're doing it legally, that's all I will say. I'll leave it at that. Karen wants to know, how often do you find yourself at a thrift store in 1 week?
You're going to hear a lot of dogs barking. Hold on. I go, my husband's home. I go whenever I go to the post office. I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. There's a Goodwill by my post office. So I would say at least 3 times a week.
Every day?
It just depends.
Oh, good. Every day? Okay, my answer is every day.
Maybe every day. Whenever I go, it's like really fast, like run in, run out. I mainly just look at shoes. If I have extra time, I might check, I don't know, coats or shorts, depending on what season it is. But
We have 2 young kids, and once they're both in school for full day, then we'll be able to have more dedicated time that we can kind of schedule it out and stuff like that. So.
And like recently with summer, it's more like, you know, thrift a couple days and garage sales, stuff like that. So it's technically thrifting, I guess.
Yeah, I would say probably every other day, but I'm in and out. Like they just said, I don't meander around and go to a couple little things I know that I'm looking for, and if they don't have it, I'm out. So I might spend 6 minutes to 4 minutes in the thrift store.
I feel if you go a lot, then you can scan the shelves really quickly, and then you're in and out so fast, like you said. So.
Because you know the stuff that's already there. Is that why?
Yeah.
And you know where they put like the workers? They put things in certain areas and stuff because they're redoing one of my thrift stores and like right down the street from me. I walked in, was in there for 20 minutes because I was like, "Where'd you guys put this stuff at?" Because there was the places to put like the rackets and the golf clubs and the media. Oh, it's like a scavenger hunt.
We like to count our mileage. So like if we're going to town for any other reason, we're gonna stop at their store just to have a receipt to count for mileage. So
I go maybe at most once a week, really, right now, because I only have one thrift store in my little town, and the rest are all over an hour away. And I do most of my buying on online auctions. So I've been going to the flea market like every other Saturday, and then I'll go to the thrift store after that. So I don't go very frequently. If there were thrift stores closer to me, I probably would go more often. I will say that. The Thrift Genie wants to know, thank you for saying you're glad I'm safe. I'm glad too. And we've been trying to like minimize how we react to thunder and lightning because we don't want Dalton to get like overly scared of it. And it was so funny. Like our friend was in the house and like she freaked out more, and Dalton's like, "Oh, that's loud." That's all he said. He just, "Oh, that's loud." Because we've been trying to like, we don't want him to be like overly scared of it. So he probably had the least reaction of everyone in the house, which was kind of funny. What is the benefit of an eBay store subscription opposed to just listing on eBay?
When I started, I didn't have a store, and then I had the $5 store. And then I found myself towards the end of the month running out of like listings and then having to pay for listings. So then I finally like bit the bullet, like I think 2 months ago, to buy the $20, whatever it is. And now I have 1,000. So I like that I don't have to worry about running out of listings. And I didn't know you could take time off without anything, but I like having to take time off because I took time off earlier this month, and then I'm going to take a week off next month. And it just is easier to just let it go and not worry about it. That's what I like.
yeah, I could have sworn like you couldn't do time. I don't know. Time away seems newer than when we first got our eBay store. Like I felt like I couldn't go on vacation mode, which is why I kind of got the store to begin with, because it was like either end all your listings or just like one by one change your like time that you're going to be able to ship. Because like right now I do 1 day shipping. So if I can't ship for 5 days, I'd have to go in and manually change them all. So I don't think you can bulk edit like without a store. I'm not positive. I'm still kind of new to eBay. I've been doing it for a year, but I just list and then anyway. So I like that you can bulk do anything. I like that you can run sales. I pretty much have a sale running. I do like 3 days and do another 2 days. And I like the store coupon that you get free supplies. You get a little bit of a discount on your seller fees. So it kind of offsets the cost of the store to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with all that. I moved in pretty quick into a store. Like I sold things around the house. I was like, I really like to do this. And then I just escalated from there. So I ran out of listings fairly fast after like the first where you were limited. And then after that limitation was over, I was just blowing past what I could actually, and it was costing me more. So I went right into like the middle store. Whatever is below the anchor, I don't have the anchor.
It's a $59.99.
Yeah.
That's what I have too.
Yeah.
And I say the same thing. Like I'm up to almost 3,100 listings right now. So for me, it's the like you get so many listings for that price point versus paying 30 cents a listing every single month. On 3,000 listings would be a lot more than $59.95. So that's why I do it.
10,000, like
now the $59.99 instead of having 1,000 has 10,000, which is actually perfect for me because I was at the 2,000 mark and it kind of not enough to have an anchor store, but so it worked perfect for me. A Seller Hunt wants to know, do you send out offers to watchers as they come in or at a particular time each day?
I tend to send offers in the evening. Is that what you mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Usually in the evening, and I figure more people are at home in the evening and are likely to be looking online. And I used to do once in a while, but then now I just tend to do like big groups of sending offers. And then it kind of bites in the butt if they sell a whole bunch of stuff and then we have to pack up a whole bunch of stuff. That's a good problem. So I would think in the evening.
I do it every time I open my phone. Anytime I have a new watch, I send an offer. So it works out. I get a lot of sales from just sending 5% off more than my whatever sale is running.
Yep, I do the same thing, and I'm on my phone a lot. And if I see one pop up, I'm immediately sending that thing. So,
yeah. Well, if they're still online, it kind of makes sense trying to catch them right after they.
I was froze.
Yeah, they probably come in so quick. You're like, how did he know I was looking at it?
Because they could be like shopping and like hearting a bunch of items, and if you send an offer that's better than anything else, they might.
There you go.
I'm like Cathy, and I send it as soon as I open my phone. I cannot see one send offer, and my thought is the whole as soon as they see it, if it's fresh on their mind, and I send them an offer for a few dollars off, that they'll be more likely to buy it and not be looking at other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Leroy says, Julian, you say you're cheap. Do you hold back when sourcing because it does not look that way?
No. If something's good enough to buy one, I buy it all. So I was just cheap on I was like, Kat, I don't need a Dymo. I have tape. I was wrong.
It's more expensive, honestly, than the Dymo. The labels are.
It's more expensive.
Yeah.
So I went on the hunt for them and I found one.
But now that I have a thermal printer, I will always have some sort of thermal printer for sure.
Yeah.
The tape thing is ridiculous.
Yes. You saw the light.
Yeah, it was getting, I mean. And I did it for so long, I didn't care. I was like, this is great.
Yeah. Every once in a while, if we get a APO or something like that, we have to print it on our laser printer.
Mm-hmm.
And just that takes so long. Even though we have the labels that are self-stick, we have the paper that's the labels, but it takes 5 minutes to warm up. And with the Dymo, it's just instant,
Yeah, it's the same thing with that mic. I have an old Canon, and this thing, it does it. For some reason, it takes it has to get generated, warmed up, give it coffee, and I'm like, dude, this is taking forever. Now that I've had a Dymo, they go so quick.
Yes.
So thanks, Kat.
Carlton wants to know, what's your favorite category to resell in and your least favorite category?
Well, I mostly sell hard goods, so I like all my categories. So I don't I don't know. I like everything I sell.
Well, my favorite is shoes. My least
Your
favorite
favorite is shoes?
would probably be plants, which I didn't know existed until today.
That'd be your least favorite?
Yeah. I would never sell plants.
Yes. Especially if you need a snail license.
It's crazy. The paperwork is crazy.
Nobody has snail license. My favorite would be any type of sporting goods, and my least favorite would be anything that can break. No, I'm just kidding. Probably glassware, because I just don't do a lot of it. I don't know a lot of it, so.
And I want to say remotes, because we've sold two and they both got
returned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That's how like Brad was trying to do cell phones, and that's what kept happening. I'm like, no more cell phones ever. Like, no.
It's sad because they both sold really fast for a
Yeah.
decent amount, and then both. I think it was just user error, but
Yeah.
what can you do?
Did you tell him to flip
Look,
the back?
I'm getting an invitation to shop with a free facial.
There you
That's
go.
like pretty appealing. Yeah. I think Destin's like 6 hours from me though, in the opposite direction of where I'm going. I'm going to South Florida. I think I feel like Destin's the Panhandle. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Yeah, Dana said they were having. Aaron, you better not be bidding against me, but I'm bidding like a ridiculously not smart person right now. Yeah. I'm either gonna make a lot of money or learn a very expensive lesson after this auction. That's all I will say.
And both is good. Make a lot of money, learn a lot.
That's all I will say. All I will say. Mary wants to know, have you ever sent the wrong item to the wrong person? I mixed up 2 labels.
Yep. I had different size plates, and I sent the wrong size plates, but it was the same pattern. And the lady wrote me, she's like, did you send me the wrong? And I was like, I felt so stupid. And she was super nice about it. And I just told her to keep the plates, and I sent her the right one because I had gotten them for free anyway. So now I'm really like focused. I wrap a package, go and put the label on it, wrap a package, put the label on it, because I don't want it to happen again.
I kind of have the same situation. I haven't mixed up 2 labels, but I pulled the wrong shirt because they were so similar and just didn't even notice that I pulled the wrong shirt. So I sent it. She was like, I don't think this is the right shirt. So I did ask for it back because it fit my kid and I was going to keep it. So I sent her the label to return it, gave her like an extra $5 off because I felt bad, and then sent the right one. So
Yeah, I haven't switched labels, but I have the same story. It was 2 shirts. I still remember to this day. Tommy Bahamas. Almost exact patterns. Sent it to the guy. Like a month later, that same one sells, right? Well, I don't have it anymore. And the guy that got it never told me I sent him the wrong one. So, because I guess he didn't notice it. I mean, they were like literally like really close. And I'm looking, I was like, I don't have this one. So I then sent that guy a picture. I was like, I got this one though. And it was just a little bit different, like different color. And he was like, yeah, I'll take that one. I was like, all right. So it worked out pretty good, but it was, I still remember, I was like, 2 Tommy Bahamas got me. They're palm trees. Same size.
So I have done both situations. I have switched labels because on Mondays we'll have like 30 to 40 go out, sometimes a little bit more. And now what we do, like we didn't realize like we're sending so many, we would have 2 go to the same zip code. And what we do is we write the zip code on the box, and then we print, 20 or 30 labels, and then we stick them to the boxes. Well, 3 times we have had the same exact zip code, same city, same zip code. And I have put the wrong label on. And of course, it couldn't be the right one. I had a 50-50 chance.
Right.
And so now I put the zip code and the person's initials is how I do it. So I can still do my bulk printing of labels. Brad does not put initials, but he hasn't got yet. He did for a little while, but he quit. So he just does zip code still. Hopefully we don't get got like that again. And then I've grabbed like it was Hawaiian shirts, like Julian was saying, that were very, very similar. And I think they ended up keeping the one. They were okay with it, but it was not the correct one.
It's almost like a reseller's rite of passage, I think. Everyone's going to make that mistake at some point.
Yes.
So don't feel bad if you make that mistake.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty common. Michelle Lee wants to know, is there a secret to selling on Poshmark? I can't get any sales there.
I
Either
can't.
thing, I can't wait to hear this.
We're all waiting.
lots of listing, lots of sharing.
Get
lots of sending
200,000
offers.
followers or whatever.
No, I don't think followers really matter. I mean, just sending offers and sharing and listing.
Yeah, you gotta keep up with the social side of Poshmark if you want to do a lot of sales there, I think.
I've stopped selling on there, so I don't know.
And I am very close to stopping selling on there. I don't have time for all the sharing. And And then, of course, like the only things that sell are stuff that already sold on eBay, and then I have to cancel them. And, because Poshmark doesn't have a way to search your closet unless it's by brand. And I don't do a lot of clothes. I don't do a lot of brands, so I can't find the items easily. I have 3,000 listings. So luckily, most people on Poshmark are cheap and send me an offer. And then I'm like, oh, that's sold. Decline, delete. Like, that's how I deal with it, Michelle Lee says she loves all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michelle.
I appreciate that. Pine cones are not plants. You could sell pine cones. I sold moss out of the trees too. I guess that's kind of a plant, but I don't look at it as a plant.
You need a snail license.
Isn't there something in Alaska that people sell? Like it's like only in Alaska. I don't know what it was called. I feel like I saw someone on Instagram. They're like, "Oh, I got this for free on my walk, and I sold it for $50." I
Like
can't think of what it was. It wasn't much. It was.
So I used to sell like lichen moss. I've sold moss out of the trees. I've sold pine cones. I did a video when my YouTube was new about stuff you could sell out of your yard for free.
Yeah.
And there's a lot if you want to take the time to do it.
But see, those are more like for hobby, like crafting, right? Or is that
The moss? Yeah.
People use the
Yeah.
software like that.
It's not like somebody's planting it.
Yeah.
What are they doing with
Call
this?
it a moss.
This is a little insane. I'm bidding $150 on 5 purses.
Oh.
Let us pray. You want to see them? I'll show you them.
I know nothing about purses. They look good.
Me neither.
You
gonna
can't
sell
see
them
them.
on-
Oh, now you can see them.
There you go.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I kind of know. Obviously. Okay, I'm out. I'm not paying $150 for these. No, there's some other ones I'll pay $150 for. This is crazy. Okay. Siggy wants to know, when you mark immediate pay, why is eBay giving the buyer 4 days to pay?
I don't mark that, but I do know they give them 4 days, and they changed the way that it automatically says that I canceled the sale after 4 days of non-payment. That just happened this evening. And it kind of scares you because the email says, you successfully canceled the order. And you're like, I did? But I don't do the immediate pay. So I don't know.
yeah, we do immediate pay, but because I'm always sending offers, it kind of cancels that out. So, like today, I had one of the ones where it's been the 4 days and it said I canceled, and I was like, "What?"
I know, you're like,
yeah. So, are you doing it from your phone? Because I do remember when I first started listening to eBay, I was doing stuff from my phone, and I was always doing it just kept changing all my listings to like free shipping and stuff, and I don't know why. But then once I started listing from the computer, it stopped doing that. So I wonder if you're clicking it from your phone, if it's like unclicking it or what. But
I think they fixed that glitch. I just want to say, because I list from my phone and I haven't had that happen in months. I think they fixed that. I think.
Yep.
Julian, yep. He sums it up. I agree. That's all he said. I don't do immediate pay, Siggy, so I honestly cannot tell you because I don't require immediate payment.
Yeah.
so maybe
Yeah,
it's just like
It's probably only when
sending
you're
out
getting
an offer.
offers. So like
Mhm.
if somebody buys it outright, they'll have to pay immediately. But if you send an offer,
Or
they don't have
send
to
you
pay.
an offer, maybe.
Yeah, if there's an offer involved, they don't have to pay immediately, even if you have immediate payment required.
Auctions, yeah. And what about auctions? Because I know a couple of my auctions have been sitting for like 2 days now.
We don't do auctions, so I don't know. I think we've tried a
I have
couple.
one auction up. That's it. One. Tabitha, I'm still bidding, and I believe I'm at about $2,500 in winning bids right now, and I still have about 20 lots left. This could very possibly end up at $4,000.
Fingers crossed.
It's very scary because the most I've spent before today was $1,600. So this is a big jump for me. It's a big jump. So I just won another one. Here we go. We're just adding to the bill, guys. Add to the bill.
You got like a trailer? Like, how do you transport all this stuff?
No, I'm gonna put it in my expedition. Dave's gonna load it.
So is this
my
all
plan.
from like one local auction house?
It's 2 hours down south, and it's all very, very high-end items. I think I won the sculpture. I won a sculpture for like $320, and it should sell for between $1,500 and $2,000. So, I mean, the return for the investment should be pretty significant. Like if I spend 4, I should make about 20,000, I hope. A lot of this is new to me. It's new to me. I have researched it, but spending that much is still extremely scary.
Absolutely.
Very
I
scary.
like touching everything I'm gonna sell first before buying it. So that would, I don't know if I could ever.
So this auction's been going for 6 weeks. So I've had 6 weeks to look at this stuff, look it up repeatedly to feel comfortable, and I still am not super comfortable. Jack's Treasures. Let me give you your dolphin, and then we will answer your question.
Super chat.
Thank you. Jack wants to know, does anyone like antique and thrift malls? He's a storage unit buyer, increasing antique mall footprint and looking for ways to attract more resellers.
Yes, I do like them. I'd like to go with them with Jocelyn, and I like them because you kind of, it's like sometimes you're learning as you can see what things are if they're labeled well, and you're like, oh, that's what that is, and you can keep an eye out. Or I've had stuff that I've bought and like, oh, that's what that is. So I have learned to like them more the more I go to them. So I do like them.
Chris likes them. I think we only have 2 in town, maybe, and they're not that close to our house, so we don't get to them
go very often.
But I mean, I like walking around looking at stuff. I can't ever find something to resell really there, if that's what you mean. Like usually the prices
for sourcing as a reseller, I think.
I haven't been able to really find anything to buy and then flip, but people know their prices, and you can probably learn stuff that way and then find it yourself elsewhere at a thrift. And
I don't know if we've ever purchased anything to sell from them, more or less. Like I've bought some old tools and stuff, but
so I think what he's asking, like, what do you feel like as a reseller, what would draw you more to like an antique booth?
Cheap prices.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Have your prices like 50% of
what they are now,
of what they're worth, maybe?
Mark it up a little bit, but then mark it up only enough to where somebody else could come buy it and mark it up some more.
And then have a sale.
And then have
like a flea market, basically.
Problem, your next door neighbor will buy up all your inventory and just mark it.
Yeah, there's only like a couple around here, and I've been to one. It's more like a thrift mall, really, up north of me. And there's a good like seller in there that does a whole bunch of golf clubs, but there's just on lower end golf club, there's not a lot of room there. You have to pick it up for $3 to $5 because you're only going to sell it for 20. So if he's selling it for 10, $12, it's still a good deal if you're going to hit the golf club, but it's not a good deal if you want to resell it. So it's a good seller. It's got a lot of good things. It's just
so I'd say, if you had the volume of, like we like shoes, if you're able to source thousands of shoes a month for pennies and sell them for $3-4,
even 10, like.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't know.
And I know Dagny doesn't, I've heard Jocelyn say a few times, like, there are booths that only want to, like, double their money, so their prices are excellent for resellers, and, like, she knows which ones those are, right?
There's some that you can tell, like, they just want to move their inventory, and then there are some that I've been in, they're like 50% off, and you're like, I'm going to find something. And they have jacked up their prices so much that you can't find anything. And so that's also some of the fun part, is looking for the cheap stuff or if there's a sale that it's at your price point. But
I just get frustrated at the amount of time it's spent like trying to look for a deal and not finding anything. And I'm like, I could have been at 14 thrift stores by now.
That is true. Yeah, I agree with that.
We have thought about selling at a booth.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thought about
like a flea market style booth, like Kayla does, like vendors booth, or like an antique mall booth?
I mean, like ours are called antique malls, but people sell normal stuff in some of the booths.
Yeah.
Clothes and shoes. And so, more like what Kayla has in her booth.
Like the vendors booth.
Yeah.
Let's see. D, I don't know if anybody answered in the chat, but with Dymo, you have to use a computer. That is one of the frustrating things. Dagny, can you use a roller with a laptop?
I use my laptop. I don't know if I can use my phone.
I meant not a laptop, but a tablet. Do you know?
No, I don't know, because I just, well, you have to plug it into your laptop, so I don't think you can.
That's how, that's how Dymo is too.
Yeah.
I'm winning a whole cart full of stuff.
Nice.
Dave, get ready to load. There's another cart load at the end of this auction. Okay.
Cart loads are the best.
John Doe, I paid $330 for this cart though. Wants to know what do you guys think of managed payments? I'm assuming pretty much everyone should be on them by now.
I like them. I was a little nervous signing up for them, but then they were just like, let's just do it. And I used to have my payout every day, which is stupid because then if you're shipping something, you don't have any money there. So I changed it to Tuesdays, and I'm fine with it.
I like managed payments a lot. I like going into the payments tab and seeing everything just in like a line view. We do our bookkeeping every day, so it just makes it super easy. And just not having to go through PayPal and eBay and getting a big old invoice at the end of the month is nice. So
I agree. I was only on PayPal for a little bit, then moved over, but just the amount that I had to like deal with PayPal with their fees and then the tax thing, and oh man, it was. But this managed payments is very easy, simple.
Oh my gosh, I just saw my total. Okay,
is it 4,000, 2,000?
It's at $2,666 as of right now.
Like
what's the sculpture? What's the sculpture made out of?
Yeah,
the sculpture is glass. It is an amazing glass heron sculpture, and this artist sculptures sell for $1,500 to $2,000, and they're none listed. Like they're from I think the 30s and 40s, so they're pretty not existent. I have to hope a collector of him will find my stuff.
That's cool.
Or it will be pretty somewhere. It will live in the shed. This shed. It will not live in inventory.
Is it like 4 foot tall?
22 inches, I believe. And it's cool because there are two pieces. They're glass herons that are sculpted, and they have a wood base, and they actually come out. So for shipping, that'll be nice. They're going to come out individually, and I can wrap them a lot. The box will be like 10 times the size it is, you know. Yeah.
They had a box
I
6
just
foot.
paid
And like,
$160 for some purses. Here's my $160 purchase.
Did you win those?
like what kind of brands?
I did. They comp at $300 a piece.
Wow.
I comped them. This is still scary. I'm not gonna lie. I hope Brad already knows. I'm like, it's gonna be over $3,000. Like, it's just a matter of fact thing. Do I think most of the auctions on Shop Goodwill have pretty hefty shipping? I feel like it is about 50-50. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with where they're at. So they only use FedEx, which is annoying as crap when it's light items that are under a pound that would ship first class and you're paying $15. But it depends on where you're located. I tend to find a lot of stuff that I like from Washington State and Orange County, California, which is a very long way from Florida. So that's kind of expected because they're doing a calculated shipping on that. So you just have to look, and some of them do charge hefty handling fees. You'll see like $3, $2. I've seen even $5. So you just have to.
Does it say like?
You just have to look at it and see.
Like
Lord Reptile, I don't know what's going on here. I'm sorry. We're just here. We're just here talking.
It says
Tommy says to print APOs on Pirate Ship, I guess, and then you can use your Dymo to print them.
Doesn't it? I mean, we tried, but like it just prints the letters like so small. You cannot read anything because there's so much information on them.
Right. That happened to me.
Do I really need a girl with a poodle?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll-
Spend your money.
Why not?
What else that works
Right?
out?
What else can we buy for you?
Yeah, what else can we buy?
I'm going to be a little more picky now, knowing what my total is. We're going to be hitting some X's out of some of these lots right now. Royal Hager, that's not super impressive. We can live without. The Royal Hager can go to a different house. And my chat just skipped, so I probably missed some questions because I know I was behind. We might have a girl with a poodle now. Do you get high sales on Mercari? I get a lot of sales, but mostly for low-cost items. I don't know who all sells on Mercari, if you want to answer.
We do. She wasn't listening.
Do you get high sales on Mercari? I get a lot of sales. I mean, we don't sell like super high price items to begin with. Like our shoes are probably $30 to $60 for the most part. So, I mean, I don't get a ton of Mercari sales, but I feel like I do all right.
Oh, I clicked on somebody's premiere. Stop, YouTube, stop! Oh my gosh, it won't stop! Okay, I got it. Sorry, guys.
Buy now.
I was trying to click on an auction and I clicked on YouTube.
Mercari, I used to sell on Mercari, and then I kind of stopped. eBay's been keeping me more than busy enough, really. And but I was selling some pretty decent stuff on there. I think the most, maybe a couple $100 sale on there.
Yeah, I've had quite a few, like $50 to $100. Like last week or the week before, I sold like a little ceramic mushroom basket from Russia for $105 on Mercari. Nice. So I've gotten some. I sold like an inflatable kayak for $150. Over the years, I sold cribs for like $300 on Mercari. So
really
I
for that heavy stuff.
Has a puppy. A puppy. Erin is saying hi because she's distracted like I am by an auction. Okay, I think we're going to let the girl with the poodle go. That's the final answer. Now on to George and Martha Washington silhouettes. We're all over the place.
Vintage lawn chair.
What do you think?
I would not buy them for selling.
I did buy 2 of them a few months ago and have yet to list them, but Commonwealth seems to be selling like 1 a day, so we just.
I mean, if I ever ran across one that was decent, I always find them, but I think that they're pretty beat up, and so I don't really buy them.
They'll still buy them. They will still buy them. I buy every single one I come across, and I'm sold out right now. And I sell them for $40 to $60 a piece, and I can get them for $1. Every time I see them, it's like they want $1. And people will even buy them without the straps, and they will restrap them. So you can even cut all the straps off. The rocking chair and the lounge chair ones are like $80 to $120 plus shipping. And they're not super hard to ship, and they're aluminum lawn chairs, so they're not exactly breakable.
Where do you do you ship them FedEx, UPS, or
FedEx most of the time? I do whatever's cheapest because they're really light. They're about 3 pounds. It's just the size of the box, you know?
Right.
They're not heavy.
The same one. Is that something you would list as a pack?
I think people would rather.
I do to get my average sales price up. If I have 2 of the same, I put them as a pair.
Okay.
Pommy wants to know. I will go ahead because it says for me, but I don't know if anybody else can answer. I have not seen Linux candlesticks with numbers on the bottom, I don't think.
No idea.
No idea.
Clothes and shoes, girl.
Golf clubs and stuff. I don't know the Linux candle.
This one's kind of funny, and I bet you're asking because of what I'm saying right now. I don't. And I haven't bought a ton from the auctions I've been buying from. I've been pretty particular, and the auction that I am bidding on right now and watching, and it's probably, like I said, going to be over a $3,000 purchase. I've been watching it for 6 weeks. I've been researching the items. I've been looking them up. They're like one of the bowls that I won earlier has comps for $800.
Wow.
And I think I paid $90. So I'm okay with a $600 profit spending $90. I bought 3 wrought iron chairs that have sold comps for $1,400. I paid $530 for 3 of them. So it's not a ton of items. It is a lot of high profit items. It's a very, very high end estate. And I mean, like all of this stuff is top dollar, is why the bidding's going so high. And I knew it would. And this is the most I ever spent before was $1,600 on a bunch of vintage shirts and Hawaiian shirts. And that was like the most awesome. It was at like this $1 million beach estate. And it was just so cool. And I made my money back on that auction in like a week and a half. I had my $1,600 back so fast it wasn't funny. And I'm hoping this will be the same way. Because really, like, if I have a $2,000 sculpture and $1,400 chairs, I just need to sell like 3 things and it's all paid for, theoretically. So, sorry, I answered first. Dagny, I'll go ahead and let you guys answer. But
Well, I don't really spend like hundreds and thousands of dollars at a time. So I'm like at Goodwill. So it's like, sure, I'll take it. But when I go to the antique malls, then I do have more of a budget. And so some people will see on the video that, you know, Jocelyn's buying a bunch of stuff and I bought one thing, but we have different budgets. And I try to see, I don't have the viewers that she has. And so I have to be a little bit more particular. Can I make my money back and a little bit more? So don't really have a budget, but I'm not going crazy buying stuff. So
Yeah, I don't really have a budget, but like pretty much I would say we get close to $3,000 back per month just on the cost of goods that we sell throughout the month. And then I just keep using that same money over and over again. So
Yeah.
I almost never can even, like, I don't have time to spend that much money in the month too.
Right.
Because I just have enough work here to do and stuff like that. So
Yeah, we more have to budget our time than our money.
yeah.
So,
And usually when I go to Goodwill, like, again, I mostly get shoes. I'll fill up my cart. A lot of times it'll be like $100 for the cart. And a lot of times I'll have one pair in there that's going to get me close to $100 back. And the rest will just be profit. So
Yeah, like on a normal daily basis, like if I'm like Kat right now, you're spending like $4,000. That would be like the tipping point, 4 or 5 grand. There was a deal that somebody was like liquidating a whole tackle shop, and it was like talks of 25,000, 30,000, stuff like that. That's just was out of my budget, obviously, time.
right.
But like on a regular day to day, like what you're at right now would probably be mine. When I first started, it was way less than that. Maybe like $1,000 I'd start to sweat. But now, like, you know, what you're doing now, I would $5,000, over $5,000, I probably wouldn't be interested. So
I better not go over that. That's all I'm gonna say. I need to look at my total again and just like stop looking. Yeah. So I haven't been like, I used to be like picking up auctions every week, and now I've been like once every other week or once every 3 weeks. So I've really scaled back, and my sales are still continuing. So I have that money there, and I don't go thrifting on a daily basis or to stores. So I mean, mine's just sitting there kind of building up to have. So Marie wants to know how many of us make a living on eBay without a day job.
I don't have a day job. My husband has a day job.
I mean, we don't just do eBay alone, but I feel like, I mean, we cross post, although I feel like if we stopped cross posting and just did eBay, we'd pretty much end up with the same amount of sales. So, I mean, this is our full-time job, just reselling. We do eBay, Poshmark, Citizen, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, local stuff, and then now YouTube and affiliate type stuff as well. But it pays all the bills.
Yeah.
it's my turn. My turn, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do this full time. Like, it's only me. So I literally do, and it's mostly eBay that's my mainstream. But I spend a lot of time, a ton of time. People are always like, how do you sell that much stuff? Because I list every day for hours and hours, and I buy a ton and I sell a ton and I ship a ton. So it's definitely like you can do it. It just I didn't realize how much time it takes. It really does take a lot. Like the day I list it for, I don't know, 7 hours, just straight sitting down, getting stuff done. So it takes a lot, but I do, and it's mostly eBay that, I can go to different ones if I need to. I could definitely go to Facebook Marketplace and funnel my 1,000 golf clubs that I have into there. I guarantee I would sell a ton of golf clubs on there too. So, but right now eBay, it's definitely paying the bills. So, but it's also, my other job, I worked a ton, I'd work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. This is like the same thing. And I make about the same money, if not a little bit more. So, but it takes a lot.
So I am still working full-time as a nurse. But I made I had 140,000 in sales last year, which for most people would be enough to make a living without a day job. For me, it is not, I will say. And that's about $70,000 in profit, but it was all reinvested into the business. So I paid myself like $5,000. I didn't pay myself very much because I'm working up towards going part-time nursing. But depending on your lifestyle and where you do, what I'm bringing in could be considered a full-time income. Yay, Carol won auction. See, I'm making everybody buy. I'm not buying alone. Buy with me. I just X'd out of another one. I'm getting kind of antsy, guys. I'm not as bid happy as I was an hour ago. I am not. I'm buying a lot of very, very high-end glass. Very high-end glass, and those purses were really high-end too. Like I said, the purses that I just paid $160 for 5, so about $40 each, sell for about $250 to $300 a piece. So I'm okay with that. And that's one of my goals, is to get my average sales price up, which means buying, and you have to spend more to make more. To get this higher value stuff in, you have to spend more money. That's how it works. The Steuben strawberry is lovely and still sitting on the shelf, and that's okay. It's all right. It can sit there till somebody decides they want to pay me $700 or $800. This one is 18%. This one's gonna be this one's gonna hurt.
That's hot.
And she told me if I paid cash, she's like, oh, if you pay cash, you can get it for 3% off, and which would be a lot in this case. But I'm like, I don't know that my accountant would like me going and pulling out $3,000 in cash and, not using a check or a card. So I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to just have to pay you with my card, If I was just buying for myself for a collection, I would probably take them up on that. As far as 3% off is a lot. That's what I'm doing. So yeah. Siggy, I do not. It's only a single decker, but Dave's gonna help me fit all this stuff in it. Right, Dave? He's probably not there. He's on vacation.
Like wrought iron chairs, that's pretty big. I mean, you put those on top.
Those are gonna take up the whole back of the SUV, but I can put stuff inside the chairs.
Yeah, I'm interested to see this.
I know. You need to film this.
I am going to wear my GoPro. A Seller Hunt says, what are your favorite platforms to sell on, and do you use a cross-posting app to multi-post?
I only sell on eBay.
I said all the ones we sell on. I don't know which one's my favorite. Like, I like eBay because it's the most sales, but I hate that, like, you're basically in charge of all the customer service. Like, I'd rather pay more, like on Poshmark, for if someone opens a case, they decide whether or not they get to have their return and also cover the return shipping and stuff like that. So I don't know. I might say I rather like Poshmark and Mercari for that reason, but eBay's definitely like the biggest moneymaker.
And we do use a cross-posting app. We use List Perfectly. We've been using them since beta, and
it's awesome.
Yeah, we love it.
It's not an app, but it's like a Chrome extension, so you have to do it from a desktop or laptop, not like I think there's like one tablet you can do it on, but otherwise no phone or iPad or anything like that.
Chromebook works. I bought a Chromebook just to use List Perfectly, and then I never used it. So I have a new Chromebook that I never used.
Yeah, so Chromebooks, and I think Microsoft Surface works if you want to be more mobile.
I would say eBay because that's really what I'm focused on right now. But I was doing a couple more, and for fourth quarter, I'll probably get back into it. And I use List Perfectly, and it's very quick, like ridiculously fast. How you can cross post stuff.
Yeah, and I would say eBay because that's where I'm making the most money at. And I think you have the widest audience on eBay. I do the other platforms. I use List Perfectly as well. And I do them just, to get that little bit of extra sales. My mom works for me. She's 71 and she needed a job. And so that's her job. She cross posts my listings for me. And basically, it kind of is a wash, honestly. The sales I get on there kind of pay for me paying her, and it's kind of net zero because it's not a ton. It's, a couple $100 a week, and I pay her $150 a week. So it washes out. Are they increasing the return to 30 days too? I don't know. I don't know if you guys know. I know I do 30-day free returns because I want 10% back on my fees because I'm a power seller. I don't know. There might be some categories that eBay's changing to force 30-day returns. That's possible. Does anybody know?
I don't know. I also do free 30-day returns.
We currently do no returns on eBay, so
You don't do any?
Nope. And I know eventually, they might start to. So we'll be prepared if that happens. But yeah, I make enough sales elsewhere that I don't feel the need to accept returns when other platforms don't require it. So.
Okay.
I don't get a whole bunch. I did get one the other day. The client was like, there was a guy, it was a very expensive golf club, and he got it, hit it, and said he didn't like it, and it was very expensive. And he was like, I want a refund. I was like, well, just send it back. Not a big deal. But inside, I cried. I was like, man, that was a good one.
Yeah, I have one open return right now, and it's the Mayan. I don't know if you guys saw it. I shared it on Instagram, like the Mayan gravel art face. And the nose was broke, and I put read in my title in capital letters. I put it in the description. I took 3 photos of the broke nose, and I discounted the price, and they got it and said, oh, it was damaged upon arrival. I'm like, okay, like I approved the return. I said, you're welcome to return it. And I put a screenshot with the description, and I sent them the photos. I said, this is not an item received damage. This is how it was. It was clearly listed, and it's been 8 days and they have not shipped it. So I'm hoping that me pointing out that it was in my title, it was in my description and in my pictures, deferred that. And I'm hoping it'll just get canceled out. I think they have 5 more days of their 2 weeks to ship it to me right now.
I think if eBay fixed that whole thing where, buyers can basically get what they want whenever they want, and the seller doesn't get a say, I think we would probably, I don't know, we might go all eBay on that. I don't know.
I just wish they had like a mediation type thing. So obviously the only reason I describe my items really well. So like, I don't expect everyone that's tried to return is for fit, and I don't accept returns for fit, obviously. So I don't know, just to have a mediation so that they're not lying and trying to say it's not as described just to get a return because it doesn't fit.
Right.
Things like that.
The whole just saying something's not as described because they don't want it, even though it is as described.
Right. Like I have one right now where he's like, okay, I don't need a refund. And it's just sitting there until the 30 days passes. But it's a medium shirt. The measurements are accurate to a standard medium, but he's like, this fits like an XXL. Which like I'm an XXL and I know what my measurements are, which are about 6 inches larger than the shirt that I sent him was. And I'm like, oh, do you have a picture like showing that it's an XXL? Because I know it's not an XXL. So obviously he doesn't have a picture showing that it's an XXL because it's a medium. But anyway, just stupid things like that. That makes me not want to accept returns.
Yeah, I won a case the other day on eBay, and the guy did something, got in touch with them, and they reversed it, and I still had to pay him. And I was like, what? I already won. Like, you appealing this? I said, then I appeal the appeal. And they were like, you can't do that. And I was like, whatever.
Reverse card, man?
Yeah. Like, come on, guy. Help me out.
Yeah. I have one. They left me positive feedback, and it was a brand new Columbia shorts, extra large, and they said this fits like an XXL, but I'm not dealing with return. That's what they wrote in their positive feedback. I'm like, it's new with tags. Like, what do you want me to do? Maybe they lost weight and they don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, this guy left me a positive too, which I know they can't take back. So I was like less likely to even try to work it out because I was like, well, you can't change your feedback to negative at this point, and
Right.
or what can even happen to me other than being forced to accept the return. So
Right. And I'm way behind, guys, so I'm trying to hurry. I promise. My death pile is actually going down. It is not going up. Everything that I've gotten at the thrift store and the flea market is listed the same day, with none going into the death pile. And my niece has been working on the death pile, which today was actually her last day working for me. She went back to her old job. So it's back on me again. So time to get to it. But I have been working through it and not adding to it. The nice thing with this auction, even though it's a ton of money, is it's not going to be a ton of items. I can probably get them all listed within 2 weeks, I feel like, if not shorter. I'm very motivated if I have a $500 profit item to get it up. You know, it's not going to sit here, I assure you. The nicey seller is WorthPoint getting. How much is it? And is it a monthly bill? Does anybody use WorthPoint but me? Okay, so I will answer. I feel like WorthPoint is worth getting. I use WorthPoint probably, I would say 10 times a week minimum. And like the sculpture that I got earlier, for example, there is nothing like it on eBay now, the last 90 days or the last year. So the whatever it's called that you get free with eBay that I don't use wouldn't work because none have been sold in the last year. And I get so much unique one-off items. I use WorthPoint like every day. Every day. There's not a day I don't use it. It is $26.99 and it is monthly. But if I've got an item that I'm pricing at $2,000, and if I didn't see WorthPoint, I would have priced it at $1,000. I just made $1,000 because of WorthPoint. So to me, it is extremely worth it if you're sourcing the kind of items that you're not able to find comps on eBay. It is worth it. I'm trying. I'm like 20 minutes behind, guys. I'm trying to go. I'm going. We have 300 people in chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, by the way.
Yes.
I appreciate all of you being here. Let's see. Niche wants to know, she got a 1930s motorcycle jacket dated from zippers only. Everything online is 40s. How much is a crazy price? So I almost feel like depending on the brand, I would try and price up a little bit from the 40s. I don't know if you guys have any other advice, or I would put it on auction if you got it cheap and let people bid. Because I feel like a motorcycle jacket, people like that's popular, I feel like.
I don't sell clothing, so I wouldn't be a good answer.
Yeah, that might be something you want to put on auction. Maybe put like a reserve or start it at like, I don't know, $50 or whatever the minimum you're willing to take, I guess, and then see if it gets some interest. But yeah, we've never dealt with anything like that.
I'm a big fan of auctions, so I would definitely auction that and that would start with my lowest acceptable amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Sandra, I might. Here, I'll tell you the current total.
Got to be over
Current total
$3,000.
of $2,671. I've not hit 3K. Not hit it, but there's still another cart lot left.
Cart lots
The
of the best.
purses are from the 1920s and 1930s. And it's Mandalayan. I don't know. There are comps at 250 to 300. They are mesh purses. They are from the 1920s and 1930s. Those purses that I paid so much. I let the first lot go because they weren't as nice as the second lot. So I figured, okay, I'm only going to be able to get one lot. Let me get the one I like more. And that was the one that I liked more. So, it's one on high bid. And I actually pulled it up this morning in my live. You will see it because I said I'm not clicking into that because I am bidding on almost everything in that auction. And I did not look for somebody. I looked for her on other auctions in her zip code, but I did not look at this one for her because, and I kind of disclose that when I do my members live. So the same thing happened on the members live Saturday while I was sourcing. And this was an auction in Michigan. And I clicked in, I said, I'm going to tell you guys I'm bidding on 10 lots in this auction. I already have somebody lined up to pick them up for me, so I'm not going to look at them for you. And I mean, it happens. Sometimes we have a couple members that are close together, and I tell them, like, you guys need to talk. Like, don't go, like, bidding against each other. At least talk and figure out, like, who wants what, because I'm not trying to pit people against each other. And, yeah, so it can get, you know, the more members I get, the more chance there is of people being close and me sourcing for people in the same area. So we got to make friends. We have to make, this is the cat auction show tonight, Mark. And Richard said, Cat, don't pick an auction that ended on a Tuesday. And my response, Richard and I were chatting before the show, and my response was, Richard, I've been watching this auction for 6 weeks, and this is potentially $20,000 in profit. If it ended at 4 a.m, I would be there no matter when it was. So I'm not missing this auction. I'm sorry if I'm preoccupied, but I'm not missing it. Krause House Sift and Thrift wants to know, Ginger Marvin, where did you get your name?
Well, so our last name is Marvin, and I mean, Ginger is just like a nickname. So like my Instagram, I didn't create a new Instagram when I kind of joined the reseller community. Like I just started posting reseller stuff on my current Instagram, which my normal Instagram name was just Ginger Marvin because my nickname from church and stuff was Ginger. So, and then once we started YouTube and other things, I just wanted to keep the name consistent so it just wasn't confusing.
Yeah.
And I have a redheaded child. My 22-year-old is very redheaded, so he gets called Ginger all the time. Siggy, I've sold one egg, but that's because I price high and I'm okay waiting because I only need to sell 2 eggs for all 10 of them to be paid for. She's talking about, I bought 10 Halcyon Days eggs and I paid like $10. I paid $10 and I don't have any, but they sell for $50 upwards of $200. I have one listed at $200, I think. I'm okay for them sitting. Do you have anything to say about this? This isn't really a question, but they're saying nothing sells for them on Kitizen. That really high-end brands, do you feel like that's true?
The high-end brands are going to do a lot better over there, but if you price your stuff right and run sales correctly, you should still sell. Like when I started Kitizen, I was making several sales a day just selling Carter's, Target stuff. But I was doing like 50 or 40% off 4 or 5 items. So, but you just got to price your stuff to account for the sales and the shipping and stuff like that. But most of my friends, I have a chat group with a bunch of ladies that only sell on Kitizen, and they sell basic brands like that all day, every day. So obviously you're not going to sell a Carter's item for $18 even, you know what I mean? So if you're pricing your stuff too high, it's going to sit. But also it's the users on there are so much less than any other platform.
Yeah, it's very small user base. And like in the summers, it experiences a very strong summer slowdown because it's a lot of moms, and moms tend to be very busy in the summers.
Yeah, it's not so much a reselling platform, but more of just like moms trying to offload stuff, get some money back, buy new stuff for their kids. So
if you're not interested in selling kids clothes, you're probably not going to have a good time on Kitizen, I'd say.
Yeah, I actually just filled 2 like black industrial trash bags with Dalton's clothes today, and I'm giving them away free. I just don't. I don't have an interest in doing that. I could probably lock them up and do okay, but I'm not. Aubrey, I don't know if anyone can really answer that because I don't Cathy and Chris are, I think, the only one on like a bunch like me, and they're mainly doing clothes and shoes. And then I'm doing a lot of like glass and collectibles, and I do clothes. I know like everything for me sells on eBay. Mercari, I feel like is more like toy oriented, like toys, and I've sold everything on all of them, but I don't have enough knowledge to say. Do you guys have any input on that?
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to say because we do cross post everything to everywhere, like right away. Like as soon as I post it to all. And I do notice Mercari, I do well with toys and also like kids stuff, just shoes or clothes, almost even better than Kitizen. But yeah, so it's hard to say though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like anything will sell anywhere if somebody's looking for it.
I think Facebook Marketplace, it's very early. It's in its like infancy stage. And I'm very bullish on Facebook. I think it could be potentially bigger than eBay someday, just because Facebook is Facebook. So you know, we're just trying to sell there, just to be on the ground level, I guess, to be established if it ever does get big.
Shoes have
Bigger.
been selling really well on Facebook
Yeah.
for me, and that's just because that's what I sell. So if I was selling glassware, maybe that would be selling.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, I know a lot of people in my area that sell golf clubs on Facebook Marketplace, and they knock it out of the park. So.
Yeah.
Facebook knows what you're looking for, and they're gonna put it right in front of your face.
Yes, they
Oh
do.
my gosh, they're like Google.
They're like Google. They own one another.
I'm so confused. Renee, I think that like those can take longer. I think that your issue is probably just the right buyer hasn't found it. I think that's all it is. I don't think it's anything but that, to be honest. Mine sat there forever, and then like all of them sold within a couple of months. We're getting into summer when those lounge chairs and stuff should start shipping or selling. And like shipping costs, if you're doing calculated, is going to take into effect. So you have to find somebody close to us here in Florida that wants those chairs, not to be in California, because they're not going to want to pay the outrageous shipping that it will be. Some of them will. I ship some to like Hong Kong or something. Like you never know. How many times to run a markdown sale? Agnes like, no, not me.
I don't know that we do markdown sales. We usually just do a percentage off, which is usually a fairly low percentage, 9 to 12%. And then also I will send an additional offer if I get a new watcher. So like I usually price my stuff about 20% up, 10 to 20%, depending on what it is, and then run the sales and send offers.
I don't do that many sales. If I do, it's usually for like a holiday, like coming up July 4th. I'll run like a July 4th, and it's usually 10% off my entire store. But I would say I probably only do that once a month. But my stuff is priced competitively, like it's right in the middle. So if I run a sale, it's usually like you can't refuse the price because it's way lower than everybody else's. That's why I don't run them a lot.
And I run a constant sale. As far as marking down, if my sales are slow, like and I'm bored at work, I'll go through, and what I do is I look at my items with the most watchers, just because I have more eyeballs on it, and I'll mark down some of those if I know they've been sitting a while. And you know, so like I'm more likely to get a sale, but I don't have, like I run a sale Monday through Friday, and I run another one Friday through Monday. So my store is always on sale, and I mark up a little bit to account for that. Treasures abound. So they used to fit in, and Kevin Commonwealth Picker says this on his channel all the time, they used to fit in the box that the number 7 boxes come in, and now USPS started wrapping them in plastic. We get no more free lawn care boxes. So now I Frankenbox.
We have one.
Here you go, Julian. Handle the question.
I know I think he left the chat. I already answered it. I said no. It is natural oils, but not berries. It's. I take soil and I just rub it in there. And it seems to work out.
It's just mud, right?
It's just mud and blood and tears.
Your stuff is expensive. Brad uses all that weird oil and blah blah blah, and has a comb, and oh my gosh, it's like women's
Very
makeup.
Expensive. Very expensive. But yes, all types of stuff.
I've tried growing mine out more. It's just I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, it's actually everybody, and people always ask because I run a lot, like I run, and people are like, "Is that annoying?" I was like, a lot of times I don't even realize it's there, and it just doesn't really bother me too bad. I think I was made to have a beard because I got no hair. So I lost all this and gained all that. So I was like, I'll take it. Embrace what you're given. It's okay.
Okay. Sorry, I am in La auction.
Is it coming to the end of the
The
auction?
other cart is coming up. Here we go. 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, you can. So I get a lot on Amazon. I don't know if you guys do. I get like my toilet paper and paper towels and stuff. So I get these and I get them in bulk. So I get these really big Amazon boxes and I just keep them, and I don't sell enough big stuff that I outuse my Amazon boxes, which is not a lot. Most of them I pick up, but like I just got some glass paperweights that I had shipped to me, but this stuff is stuff that I'm picking up. Like I would never, even if I only got one lot, I would not trust an auction company to mail me this expensive glass. There's no way I would let them even think about it. I don't know if Dagny, if you're following the chat, if you saw that. Allie and Ann said she just realized who you are. She wants you to start a channel, Dagny.
I know.
She's like, I know.
I'm practicing.
She's getting there, guys. She's getting there.
Can we go back and answer the question that you had up a few seconds
Which
ago?
one?
It was like about eBay fees or something.
Oh, I forgot to answer it. Thank you for saying that, because I think we all should answer this. Thank you for saying that, Cathy. So Dagny, go ahead and start, and I think we should all give our input on this, and I feel like it's going to be the same, but we will see.
I pay the fees. The fees are what they are, so it doesn't make me want to start my own online store just because I think the fees outweigh being able to sell globally, and I'm fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's only like 13%, and that's so worth it to have millions of people looking at your items, and you don't have to do any work other than just list your item. Even doing your own website, you still have to drive traffic to it, and that's just like almost impossible, honestly. Like that's a lot of work. So
that being said, we do own the gingermarvin.com, so we have the option to in the future, but
I mean, that would just be listing up more stuff and less people. I don't know. Like even with our YouTube channel, we have 5,000 subs who don't even probably watch it. Like that's just crazy. Like there's millions of people on eBay already, and they do all of the advertising and work for you pretty much.
Yeah, the fees are totally worth it in our opinion.
Yeah, I have flyingpigthrifts.com, but that's just because I wanted me to have the name.
I may or may not own my name also as a website, but I agree with what y'all are saying. Yeah, it's well worth the fees, all of it. Just the amount that eBay drives to your, your product can't really beat it. I don't think. Maybe you can if you're super famous.
And I would say the same. And I, even with I have 12,000 subscribers, which seems like a lot, but like viewer sales, I get like maybe 1 or 2 a week. So if I had my own website, even with all of my followers, that would be 2 sales a week compared to 50 to 100. So you're paying them for something that, unless you have like 100,000 followers or more on YouTube or Instagram or some social media platform, you're never going to be able to drive the traffic to your store that eBay is going to give you for that fee. So I am more than happy as well to pay eBay that fee. More than happy.
You also get a discount on shipping and stuff if you ship through eBay. So even when you check pirate ship, it's 30, 40 cents more per item. If you think about how many items you ship out, you basically saved yourself the fees that you're paying is kind of saved through that.
Yeah, and somebody, and now I don't see it, but they said they don't see the option for pirate ship. Pirate ship isn't an option on eBay. Pirate ship is its own website, but it linked with eBay. So you go to pirateship.com and you hit like import from eBay. It'll import your orders. I very, very rarely use it because it's about the same price and it's just easier for me to ship it from eBay.
Mm-hmm. Just account for in your sourcing.
Huh? What?
Just account for the 13% fees in your sourcing and you'll be good.
Boom.
Yeah, if you buy cheap, you're going to make money. And that's why, like, I promote heavy, but I buy at like 10% of what I'm going to sell 9 times out of 10. Not today. Not today. Don't quote me today. How long do you leave things for sale before you end the listing and donate the item?
I don't. I will send offers, and I've lowered things, but I don't take it off and donate it. I've taken things off and then waited a while and relisted and sold them, but I don't take off and donate it. I will hold on to it till later.
Mostly same. I think I pulled maybe 20 items out this whole year that I just was personally sick of looking at. They probably would have sold eventually, but I was like, I don't like them. And when I look at them, I'm annoyed at them. So I put them in our garage sale and they mostly sold for like 50 cents to $1, which was about what I had paid for them anyway. So, but otherwise, yeah, I just keep them forever.
Yeah, I was going to, and then I did this thing that little YouTube said what not sold, and like most of that stuff for some reason was not viewers that bought it. Things just sold, and I was like, you know what? I'm not listing. If I take something out of my store, it's most likely because I want to use it. If it hasn't sold in like a year, I'm like, I'm keeping that. So yeah, but I haven't really taken things out and donated them or anything yet.
And I don't either. Mine is more like pulling stuff from lots to donate it before I list it. Like if I take the time to list it, I'm going to let it sit there till it sells. I have to run. I will be right back. Julian, talk.
Man. Well, I did see a question that I didn't see on the thing, and I can't click it, but it did say, what was the most interesting thing that you found in a thrifted or yard sale item? And the person's example was they found 2 unmarked pills. They thought that was interesting. So has anybody found like anything interesting in an item? Like golf bags usually breed weird things, or so have you found anything super cool? Or money? Found money in something?
With some coins, like not like any, not even $1 or anything. I can't think of anything weird.
Like that we bought, or
right.
I found one time I was actually in the Goodwill because I actually have an answer to this, and I was rummaging through the bags and I opened one bag up and there was a decent amount of illegal drugs, like of heroin. And I was like, oh my goodness, who donated this? So like it was like a big, I wish I was on YouTube then because I had to call, I like told somebody and I was like, I'm not sure I really trust you to take this. So then, cops were called and they had to get it. And I was like, that's insane. You guys don't check the bags? Like there was like syringes and all types of bad stuff in there. And I was like a kid could have grabbed that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's the craziest thing I've ever found in a bag.
Well, you
There's a book bag.
I haven't found anything like that. Okay, so I didn't realize the auctions actually are done. Here you go.
What's your total?
See if you can see it.
We can't. Tell us.
$3,400. No.
Let me make me big. Hold on.
Oh, 3,460.
No, 3101.
Oh, okay.
Is that with your premium?
No.
Oh, that was your
Don't
max.
say that.
Right. So does the 31 include all the fees and shipping and everything? Oh, not shipping because you pick it up.
I'm picking it up. Dave, get ready to pack. Hold on, I'm good. Now I got to do the calculator since y'all had to say that. Hold on.
I was just going to do 18% of that.
Woo! $3,659. Woo!
Yeah, but I'm sure you're going to like triple, 4 times, 10 times that.
That hurts a little bit.
You'll be good.
Sure. Carlton, I'm about to faint now too, my friend. But I won both cart lots. That's what's important.
Well, $4,000 and 20, you said, right? That's really good.
That's
And
like,
I think it'll be at least 20. I think it'll be at least 20.
That's like another shed. You can buy another shed.
I don't need another shed. I got room in here. I sold the wicker desk and I sold Ethan Allen bed. I have room. Laura, that is like the question of the evening on everybody's mind.
So I know there is questions. So I am trying. I did post 2 videos on Instagram that are 3 minutes long, and I'm up to 7 minutes of footage now. See, I'm going to Arkansas next month, and so my whole idea was to thrift in Arkansas and see what it's like and film it. So I'm dabbling, guys. I'm dabbling.
Not to put you on the spot or anything. The best way to mail collector's plates. Most collector's plates are like 8 to 9 inches, and I put them in number 7 free priority boxes, wrap them with bubble wrap, surround them with paper, and I would say $8 to $12 is about how much it costs to ship them out. Dagny's nodding in agreement. Julian just says, yeah.
Yep.
I put them in a 12 by 12 by 8.
Yeah, that's the number 7 size. Yeah.
Put them in a poly bag.
Hotspot collection, you can sell on Amazon and eBay, but I'm going to tell you guys my experience is that I couldn't focus on 2 big platforms like that and do well. I started on Amazon and eBay. I was doing both. I was doing some books. I was doing some retail arbitrage. And I felt like both were kind of suffering. So when I started concentrating on eBay, that is when I was able to do 10,000 in sales a month without trying to like split my attention between 2 big platforms. Like Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook are smaller platforms to me and don't take the time. But Amazon is a different beast in my opinion. And some people do it successfully, but for me, I had to focus on one or the other. Whoa, I'm dropping things. Julian, how many items are you listing daily?
On average, 25 to 30. Some days less, some days more. Today was a list heavy day. And then during my lunch, I did notice there were some golf clubs for sale, so I ran out and bought some more golf clubs. So
I see a lot of people saying it. It is extremely, extremely hard work to resell, especially at the higher levels where you're trying to make a full-time income. It's fun, though. It's fun, but it's extremely hard work, and it's something where you're going to get back what you put in. So if you're only listing 2 items a day, don't expect to have 5 sales a day. You know, if you want, like, I think a good rule of thumb is to list the dollar amount that you want in sales a day. So if you want to make $500 a day, just as an example, then you should be listing $500, whether that's 50 $10 items or that's 5 $100 items. I think you should list what you want to sell per day. Well, Aaron, that is not my total, okay? It's not. Not today. This is double my biggest buy up till now. So, how do you stay motivated or disciplined? That's a good question.
Good question.
I list every day, and I list for Jocelyn, so that keeps me motivated to get her stuff done before I meet her. And if I get it done early, then I feel like I have time off to concentrate on my stuff. And some days you wake up and you're like, I don't want to do this, but it is fun. It's the best job I've had, working for myself and for her. So I don't know. I don't know.
Just the best job, really. I mean,
it is. It really is, because I've done a lot of stuff. And the last job I had, I was a teacher. So I don't have to deal with any children except my own. And I remember that. And that gets me more motivated.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, well, we have to pay the bills. So that's the easiest reason to stay motivated. Just remembering how much I hated going to an actual job every day. I'm just a pretty motivated person. And the sales coming in every day is motivating in itself and makes you want to list more and more and more. Plus, since we do like what's sold on eBay or on YouTube every day, pretty much, I don't want to like only have one sale or something. So it just keeps me motivated knowing that I'm going to be sharing it with whoever is watching.
And we don't give up on the same day. You know?
I would say definitely if you do it full time, you have to pay the bills. So it's motivating to, continue to work and get that. And it's funny as you just said that YouTube is actually a solid motivator to, because you're like, man, I got to get a what's sold out, which means I got to sell some stuff. And so that's always good. And then discipline, if you're being fairly successful in this, you have that in you. My old job, I used to manage a not large quantity of people, but people. And there's disciplined people and there's not disciplined people. And if you're doing this full time and making a ton of, not a ton of money, but if you're making this full time or even part time and making money, you're a disciplined human because that's what this takes. So you might have
nobody else is going to kick you in the butt.
Nope.
Julian and I have had this conversation on multiple occasions about that. And me, sometimes motivation, I'll go to the thrift store. I'll be like, okay, go get like 3 things. If you list 10 items, you can go shopping. Like a kid, here, you can have a candy if you do what you're supposed to. That, sometimes that works. You just need to get out, step away from it. I love thrifting, even though I don't do it often. So for me, that works. We only have 10 minutes left and I've 40 minutes of chat. So we're going to go quick fire. And the first question is not a quick fire one. So Dagny, try. What steps for listing? How do you do your listing? What order?
I will write it on the computer and take the pictures, then go back to the computer, download the photos, check the photos, check it again, and then list it.
So I buy the item, type it into the inventory, take a photo of it, edit the photo, send the photo to Chris, who drafts the photo, bag the item, put it away, and type the letter in the inventory spreadsheet.
I do everything on my phone. So I would purchase, research, take pictures on my phone, immediately list it, custom SKU it, put it on a shelf.
I do exactly what Julian does. Does Dagny sell full time?
Yes.
That was easy.
Do you have a business credit card just for sourcing?
Nope.
We don't, but we need to.
I mean, so we don't have a credit card. We have a separate bank account off of our main bank account that's just for kind of taking all the money.
But no parts or cash back or anything.
Yeah, we
I
definitely.
use Capital One, cash back, 3% on most stuff. Works pretty well.
I should get one. I do not have one. I do have Capital One for personal, but I don't have one for business. Do you all offer returns? And do you have a lot of returns if you do?
No, I don't offer returns.
We have no returns. No.
I take free returns, and I would say they come in waves. I might get 3 in a week, and then I won't get another one for 2 months. So it all depends.
I do free 30-day returns. I have one open right now, and I sell 100 items a week. So I do not get a lot of returns.
Yeah, it's not.
Connie, yes, List Perfectly only works on a computer and a Chromebook or what was that? Microsoft what?
Surface, which is basically a laptop tablet kind of thing.
Okay. I don't think you need to do square photo format, but I recommend anybody with any photos doing square photo format because it fits the box on eBay perfect. And Mercari and Poshmark are also, they're square.
Do square.
Yep.
Square. Are we done with?
Do any of you guys feel like you made a mistake on pricing when it sells within minutes of listing, no haggling, even after you checked other listings? Like maybe yours was special.
No, because on mine, I really research what things go for. So if it sells within minutes, I'm like, all right, moving on.
I mean, I think that, but I don't usually feel upset about it. Not that recently, but a few months back, I sold a shirt. I did research. I could only find one sold, and I priced mine probably $25 higher. It was a vintage Disney shirt, and it sold for $150 in minutes. And then come to find out, I could have sold for $300 plus, but I only paid $1, so $150 was good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I just listed a whole bunch of Mack truck stuff, and it's selling like crazy. But I'm listing it at the price that I'm willing to take. So no.
And I don't either. I feel like sometimes the right person just happens to find it. I comp pretty decent. I feel like I price where it should be, and I'm happy where it is. Candace, buyer said the item stinks. I have no refund policy. What do I do? I will tell you, if it is on eBay, they are going to make you take it. So from a business perspective, treating it as a business, you have an unhappy buyer stating that, I would take the return. Anybody else?
Yeah, exactly what you said.
Begrudgingly take it.
Just because
Yep.
you have to. Depending on the
Right.
amount I spent on it, I might just let them keep it and refund, just to not have to pay return shipping. But
Sorry, I'm weeding through some stuff that I do not want to answer. So I have a $1,000 Picasso poster. I do not have a $1,000 painting, but I have not sold it. It is sitting there. There, look, Julian, I just got to your question. You guys already answered that. Look, that's where I'm at. It just skipped. So some questions are going to get missed, guys.
45.
A brief summary from each of you as to how you manage your inventory. I think we kind of went over that earlier, really. Cathy and Chris's is behind them. Julian and I use SKUs, and Dagny puts it.
Which is not a bad system. Yeah, because it helps the brain.
You usually know where it is, and then like when my husband sees me wandering through the house, he's like, "You're gonna find it. You'll find it." And I usually do.
Just keep looking. You'll find it eventually. It's here.
It's here somewhere.
Yeah. I always go to my eBay solds, and if it's not sold, I'm like, it's got to be here.
Because I don't donate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't give anything away. I am sometimes. I get lucky sometimes and have like amazing patients that need nothing, and it is far and few between. I won't lie, but I'll list on my lunch hour and stuff like that as well. Jean, to run a sale on eBay on the Seller Hub, you go through marketing and promotions. And then you can go through and walk through. Hello, Dom. Thank you for being in here. I don't know if you're still here because I'm like 5 million hours behind. I'm still. How wordy do you get on your eBay listings, and why not if you choose not to get detailed?
Let's see. I like to point out all the bad things about it, so I'm covered. I don't say, "Oh, this would make," because I think I used to sell on eBay and that, or Etsy, and I feel like that's more like, with this cup, you can put it in here and do that. And I think eBay is like, you want the cup? Here's the cup. Here's the flaw. This is how big it is. Buy it, please.
Buy it.
Nobody reads the descriptions anyway, right?
No, they don't. They don't.
Yeah.
I feel like I once heard describe it as if there's no pictures, and then take pictures as if there's no words. So I kind of just try to do both, but I also hate typing out big descriptions. So
Yeah, we list a lot.
I mostly take really good pictures, circle all the flaws, and then in the description just say, see picture 4 for this, 5 for this.
Yes, I do very little describing, and if I do describe it, it's because something's wrong with it.
I take pictures like there's no words because there are no words on 90% of my listings. The title is the description. That is it. I only put in the description if there are flaws. And as I just said, my only return open, it was in the description, and it was in the pictures, and it was in the title, and they still did not pay attention. So that is why I choose not to get detailed, because I feel like over half the people are not reading it. That's just my opinion. What are your thoughts on offering free shipping?
No. I offer free shipping. Like, I had roving, and I knew the roving, even if I shipped it to California, would be like $4. So that I'll do free shipping. And sometimes I get the stitchery kits that the gold dimensions, brand new. I like buying those, and I'll do free shipping because I know they're lightweight, but I don't offer free shipping.
I'm always back and forth. When I started Kitizen, you had to do free shipping. You had to build it in your price. And so that was kind of that was way before I started eBay. So that's kind of how I just thought about reselling. So I'm kind of used to it. And then I went to eBay, started adding shipping, and I don't know. Recently, I've been going back to free shipping even on eBay. So it's not really free. You're just adding it in, instead of 40 plus 10, you're just doing 50 free ship. So.
And we don't take returns, so that doesn't really affect the Shipping
If I
back
was
to
accepting
Returns.
returns, I might think about it
Yeah.
a little differently.
Yeah.
You can do free shipping, but don't take returns.
I don't do free shipping.
I don't do free shipping. I do free shipping like 1% of the time. If like every other
Yeah.
whatever I has is free shipping and it's under £1, that's the only time I will do it. This is really funny, and I'm going to show you guys why. So do you see these beautiful like $50 glasses? I'm drinking water out of them until they sell, and I like them a lot. And Dalton drinks out of them too. So yeah, we are supposed to drink out of the vintage glasses until they sell. That's perfectly acceptable.
Very acceptable.
Oh, I want to say too, for my Florida resellers, I heard that in, I believe, July, eBay is starting to collect sales tax for Florida.
Whoa.
Amazing, because that is what takes most of my accountant's time, is going county by county to do sales tax for Florida. So I am like super excited about that. Probably for the next month, no lunch for me, Siggy. I think that's a little longer than a week's worth of lunch. It's expensive at work, but it's not. It's going to be a little while. I'm not going to need another shed. But I did verify with the auction company that if I cannot fit it all Friday, I can go Monday, even though that's past the deadline. Just saying. Already covered that before I bid. Richard, I know. I was on it. I'm done bidding. I was on it. Do you double box mugs for shipping?
No.
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 Lots of paper and bubble wrap. That's it.
Yes, Carlton, that is very true. The phone bill, electric, and the mortgage motivate him. I told you guys I'm far behind. I'm trying. Anita, you were like way late. You're like 10 minutes before the end late, but I appreciate you coming in here. And I know eBay is not cooperative. Bob, thank you so much. I'm just picking stuff as I'm really scrolling fast and looking for question marks. So put them if you have a question. Where are we each originally from?
I was born in California, but I've lived in Pennsylvania for 30 years.
Orange County, California, but I've been here, Colorado Springs, since middle school.
Yeah, born in Monterey, California. I've been here since first grade. So
Oh, I was born in Salinas.
okay.
I was born in Baltimore, Maryland, but I've lived where I'm at for most of my life, like when I was in elementary school.
I'm a born and raised Floridian. I was born in Jacksonville, Florida, and I've lived in Florida my whole life. So I am a native, always been here Floridian. Whoa, Timar, what is the easiest way to track your sales and fees? I feel like this is where I slack off.
I don't know.
Print a report. Right?
Yeah, like it's on eBay.
Mhm.
I mean,
Managed payments.
Keep our Google spreadsheet every day and just keep up with it as the sales come in.
yeah.
Yep.
I pay my accountant. That's how I track. That's the easiest way. I like write a check every month and he does it. Kelly, listen, I have to hide sometimes. I have to hide. And here's the funny thing. In my $3,100 expenditure tonight, I bought Sir Andrew a friend. I got another dummy coming. Just a little secret. What would you recommend instead of Bazaar if you have an Android like me?
I don't know what bizarre.
Okay, I'm the one who recommends Bazaar. I have an Android too, Bob, and I have no issues using Bazaar with Android. So I do pay the $7.99 a month to have the little magic button, but I use like 100% Bazaar. You can also use Photo Room, but it'll say it on the bottom if you don't pay. It just says a little Photo Room, and it'll work. I hear the rain coming down. So Bob, hopefully you can get it to work, because I've gotten Bazaar to work on my Android. How do you feel about holding an item for someone? Very little feedback, 4 in the last 12 months, all good. Would you hold it? And if so, for how long?
I don't hold anything.
We don't really hold.
Because we'd have to delist it from all the platforms, and then if they don't buy a relist, it's just a hassle. So
Yeah, I'm not holding anything.
I'm not holding anything for anybody. I don't care if they have like 50,000 feedback. I don't hold. And for one of the main things is what Cathy and Chris said. Mine's listed on 4 different platforms. I would have to pull it off, and then you decide you don't want it. You're not going to pay, and then I would have to put it all back on there, and it just Anonymous. I have a video about high bid. Richard, I don't know if you could grab it real quick if Anonymous is still here. I think I have 2 videos on high bid, specifically exactly about how it works. I'd show a screen share and walk you through from beginning to end how to use high bid. I'm almost to the end of the questions. Yes. USPS didn't scan a package and can't tell me where it is. How long do I wait? Before what?
That's what happened to me. They never scanned it. It's gone forever. If it never did scan in, it's gone. If it's never been shipped and the person said, or it's not delivered and the person saying it's not delivered and a scan was never initiated, you're done. Because they're saying that it was never ever given to the post office.
We personally take all of our packages and get them scanned in front of our eyes. So
yep, I don't. So
yeah, we wait to scan as well. Cynthia, eBay does have a background remover, and that's what I used to use a lot. But honestly, the quality and how well it works is very poor compared to like Bazaar or Photo Room. Those are both going to work. Larry, I have not shipped a large metal Coleman cooler, but I've shipped a metal steamer trunk. I think that's probably close to the same thing. Before giving a refund, I would probably tell them to wait a week and see if it had been scanned at any point if it were me.
So it can still be scanned.
Thank you, Richard. Okay, this is the last question because we're 5 minutes over, and it's a good one from our tin roof, and the rain is coming down, and I am going to get soaked. Oh, no, I put IKEA bags over my head to go to the house from the shed.
Did breathe holes in them?
It's pouring. Like, so I wear IKEA bag. Our tin roof wants to know our plans for the holiday weekend, work or play.
Both. Yeah.
Both.
Both. I am going Friday to pick up all of this 5 million things I just bought. And then on Saturday morning, I am heading to Tallahassee to have a 4th of July pool party with my in-laws and my husband's family. And we're going to go have a pool party. But Friday night, I am staying. They will be gone, and I will probably be listing that stuff on Friday night as much as I can get listed without having Dalton here. And I might perhaps list some Saturday morning, and then I plan on stopping at the Goodwills on the way to the pool party. So I'm doing both. I will answer this real quick, and then we are going to let everybody say bye. The floor of my shed isn't insulated, just the walls and the ceiling, but I have like carpet you can see there's carpet, and I have carpet padding on the floor. So I'm sure that provides some amount of insulation. All right. Does anybody want to go big to say bye? No. Okay. That's what I thought. That's why I asked. So we're just going to skip that part. So I am going to take this message off so that you guys can see who is who. Everybody has a link below, whether it be YouTube or Instagram. And I think all of us are also, Dagny is only on Instagram for right now, but the rest of us are on Instagram and YouTube under the same name. So you can find us on both platforms. And they are not Tim's IKEA's bags because I cut Tim's IKEA bags all up for the fashion contest in Cincinnati. So that would not cover very much if they were Tim's. So thank you guys all for coming. We still have 330 of you here. Hit the like button. Check these people out. Follow them. Subscribe if you like what you heard. And we will see you next Tuesday. Happy 4th of July. Have a great weekend if you guys are off. Work and play.